I'm Matt.
I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you. Right, so I'm going to be your personal trainer, and firstly today we have got some sheets for you to fill out. First of all, this is a client consent form. This is basically just to show that if any damage is done or you pick up any injuries during our training, that I'm not liable for them. And it's also so that you're perfectly aware of what's going to happen, and also a health screening questionnaire that's going to come after this. So if you could have a read through that and fill it out, that'd be perfect. The date is the 30th, Monday the 30th.
Shall I put it in caps?
If that's right, yes please. Okay, approve all of that? Is that cool? Okay, next we've got a health screening questionnaire. It's just a few quick questions, just to get an idea of your fitness levels, the amount of exercise you do, things like that. So if you can carry on and fill that out.
Is that one currently?
Yeah, that's currently. Okay, is that all right? That's fine. Now we're going to go on to a few fitness tests. Okay? Cool. Okay, so now we're going to test your BMI, which is your body mass index. This is weight divided by your height in meters squared. This is basically going to give us an indication on whether you're overweight for your height, underweight, things like that. Okay, so first of all, are you alright with me measuring your height and your weight?
No problem.
That's cool. So, could I get you to take your shoes off? And then could you please stand on this black end of this, up against the wall, there. And I'll measure your height. That's 1 metre 86 centimetres. So I'll write that down. Okay, now could I get you to keep your shoes off, and could we please measure your weight? 75 kilos, that's cool. Got that. Okay, now I need to measure. Okay, so your BMI works out at 21, which if you see here, is perfectly normal range for your height, and because you're a male, that is the perfectly normal range, which is good. Shows you're not overweight, you're not underweight, which gives us a lot of room to work with there. Okay, that's cool. Now we'll move on to resting heart rate. Alright? Okay, so now we're going to measure your resting heart rate. So I've got you sat down, and could you please rest your left arm on the table. Could you, while we're doing the test, actually could you take your jacket off so that we can access your arm? Okay, so if you could rest your left arm on the table like that, we're going to strap this on here. So if you can pull your sleeve up.
Would fit.
Good, good. not too tight?
That's all.
Cool. Alright. So I'm going to start this, and what you'll feel is you'll feel the band inflate, and that is going to test your resting heart rate, okay? That'll take a couple of minutes. If you can keep no movement in your arm for that time, so it is resting heart rate. Okay, so here we can see your pulse heart rate is 68 per minute. Now your age is 17 if I'm correct. So that would mean that you are in the category of above average for your heart rate. So that's very good, and that is definitely something we can work with there. Okay?
Alright, above average as in good or bad?
As in good, yeah, because
Yeah.
here we've got athlete, excellent, good, and you're in the above average range, meaning you are higher to athlete than you are to poor. Alright? So now we're going to move on to your systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Okay? Okay, so now the final thing using this is we're going to measure your diastolic and your systolic blood pressure. So if I can get you to slip this on again and pull your sleeve up to here. Just checking again, that's not too tight. That's all right, cool. Alright, again, we're just going to have to wait for this to do its work. Okay, so we can see here your systolic pressure, blood pressure, is 105 and your diastolic is 60. So if we are to look at this table, for systolic you are in perfect ideal blood pressure range, and for diastolic you are also in ideal blood pressure. You are, with diastolic, you are right on the border of low blood pressure to ideal, but again we can work with that, but your systolic blood pressure is looking good, alright? So that's some stuff we can work with there as well. Right. Now we're going to move on to your lung capacity. Cool.